I just saw that guy again that I thought might be a demon. Or, he definitely had a demon in him, but it couldn't surface. I just walked by him again, and he's still yelling. It's funny, it's like Homer fighting the chicken. You know, just whatever. So, rise and fall. Or decline and fall? Rise and decline? Decline and fall. Oh, whatever, something. I see a problem developing here. And it's a problem that may have begun to affect my feelings about ultra vivid lament. And that is the ABBA piano. Now, during lockdown, James Dean Bradfield started fucking out the piano and kind of taught himself how to play, which is cool, you know? And because of that, we had a lot of it on the last album. And I didn't mind it. I thought it was alright. You know, it wasn't my favorite addition to the fucking sonic palette of the band. But it was cool for what it was. I would say, though, this piano thing kind of started earlier than that. I think about, what is it? Know Your Enemy? Not Know Your Enemy. The one before it. I'm walking around out here, so my fucking brain isn't... My articulation machine hasn't warmed up yet. Resistance is Futile. Yeah, the first track that starts off sort of with that piano, that kind of piano sound. And they had it interspersed through their catalog. But they really went heavy on it with the last album. And I was okay with it for that album. And around the time that came out too, they talked about how they didn't like the process of making that album. Because I guess it was, they were locked down. It was done a lot through sending each other parts for the songs, stems to the mail, and all that. So I didn't love it, but it was all right. But now this new single here, we're back to the ABBA piano, and it's not working for me here. I don't like the chorus. It's just the whole thing is just what's the fucking ABBA piano? Enough with the fucking ABBA piano, you know? This is the first time that they've released a single preceding an album that I just was not into. Maybe it'll grow on me, but I don't know. It's just, I'm not digging it right now. It kind of has a, they talk about how they're going for the uplifting thing on this album. You know, they always Nicky Wire always has some crazy explanation about what it sounds like. You know, Tamala Motown heavy metal, or Postcards from a Young Man's Pump. You know, he always you can't listen to him. He always has something crazy, and then it comes out, and you're like, oh, it's another Manic album with a slightly moved ahead kind of progression. They're all good. They've never made a bad album. Even the last one, but like I said, in its context, I was like, okay, yeah, I can deal with the ABBA piano. Yeah, I like it. It's kind of nice what they've done. But now hearing this, it's kind of souring me on that. It's like, all right, get him fucking away from the piano. Close that fucking the top piano door. Just not on his fingers, because he's also a guitar player. So let's hear him do more of that. But yeah, it's just kind of wimpy, like wishy-washy. It's not, wimpy's not usually a word I would associate with them, but yeah, it's like, if this is a single, like this is the one to represent the album, Jesus, I kind of, I'm not worried. I don't worry about albums from my favorite bands. They're usually a good thing. But this could be one of those rare times that they just put out something that's, to my ears, not very. There's no hook. It has all these kind of anthemic kind of flourishes. I see what they're trying to do. I was a very old guitar player. We'd go to see bands, and if they sucked, we'd be backstage talking to them or something. But yeah, I really liked what you were trying to do out there. And then, I always do. I always do with that, but which is a lot more subtle than the other move he had, which was to walk up to the front of the stage while the band is playing and put his arms out in a kind of what the fuck motion. That one was a little more direct. But yeah, it's I see what they're going for, but it doesn't have the hook to keep it there. They need to like toughen up their shit a little bit. The last real great album was Journal for Plague Lovers, and they had a little more edge to it, a little more roughness to it. I'm not saying go back to the Holy Bible. You can't do that. I mean, there's stuff that they can have sounds from that, but whatever. They're different guys now. I don't expect that. I'm not saying that, but I guess it's the fucking ABBA piano. I'm not a big ABBA guy. I grew up with them through my parents, listened to them a lot, and they're cool, but they're a different thing. This is what gets me with Ghost sometimes too. Ghost leans a little bit too much into the ABBA thing. I know they're like a cultural touchstone for European and UK. People look at ABBA in a whole different light than we do here in America. And Europe and the UK has much better taste in music than we do, and bands, and a lot of everything else. So usually they're right, but in the case of ABBA, it's like whatever. It's just not my thing. It's like, to me, that's just like seeing, I don't know, whatever pop band, Bruno Mars, whatever. It's the same fucking thing. It's just you have nostalgia for it, and they came out in the 70s, so there's that aesthetic to it that is kind of fooling you into thinking there's some kind of classic rock band or something. Something that's to be mined for rock and roll groups, and no, stop that. Don't do that anymore. Stop it. Get him. So yeah, I don't like it. I'm gonna try to. I'm not gonna try to force myself to like it, but I'm gonna give it more chances. I played it like on a loop for a little while, seeing if something would stick in my head that brings you back to it. Because there are things that you have to listen to a bunch to really appreciate. Then usually got to do a little bit of that, but not a lot. Usually the third time, if there's something I'm looking at sideways from them, usually the third or fourth time, I'm like, all right, I understand this now. I'm into this. But yeah, it's kind of a significant thing for me because I've never heard a pre-album single from there, so I'm just like, I do not like this. Excuse me, but I do not like this. Two out of 5. So thanks for dropping in briefly. Till next time, don't blame the teacher, blame the school.